Yo, what up guys, MrBigRuss here. Today we have the second game between Satiini and Dreamcatcher on Shakaris Plateau. Basically in the first game, if you watched that, I watched it from the Protos angle, just watching how they moved. I was thinking I might do it from the Terran angle in this game, but I've decided I'm just going to watch the game overall. I feel like I just want to do some commentary of a game, just a matchup, just the battles between the two players. So I am going to be commentating the best of 3 series, which I believe it is. I'm not 100% sure if it is or isn't. There's not much information on the website I'm getting it from, so I do believe my game's gone a bit weird there. Dual screen on it as it was going with the other screen, but nevertheless, I was getting it from StarCraft2replays.net, and there's not that much information on the actual game itself. But from what I can see, it does look like it was in the Gigabyte cut, which I haven't heard of much myself, so I'm not sure which round this is. But like I say, Dreamcatcher took the first game 1-0. If you haven't watched that, you can check it out now. I guess I ruined it for you a little bit. But in that one, I sort of looked on just the Protos angle, just through their camera movement and how they built everything. Again, Dreamcatcher deciding to go for the 13 gateway. I can't remember what the production thing was called then. So obviously Dreamcatcher going for the early sort of expand from the 2-gate robo into a 3-gate robo expand. It was quite interesting to see that, but in the end he did cancel the expansion through getting a good observer viewing of the Terran army, a couple of tanks and banshees and marines moving in, and it was very well played with them. Those immortals doing heavy damage, and nice force field play from the sentries and from Dreamcatcher themselves. So it was a very nice from Dreamcatcher, so it'll be interesting to see if he goes for the same sort of build here. Obviously we're still early in the game, so there's not going to be much difference from build orders from either player. We've got an orbital command going down, and we do have a refinery which looks to only have 2 SCVs in that from the looks of things, so I don't know if that's been done on purposely. Do have a tech lab going down from Satiini there, and a supply depot at the front. It looks like he's shooting at something. He's going to be able to stop that pro from getting any further. I don't know how much Dreamcatcher's actually seen. He does see the barracks at the front, and he does see, probably he will notice that there's a tech lab going up there. So interesting stuff. Let's have a look what our Satiini's only entering the base now, and obviously the Protos player's not really going to have any units to really. He's kind of boosting a stalker out, but he's not got many units to sort of hold this or kill the actual scout in SCV. And you can see once again Dreamcatcher going for the double gas, very heavy gas. So we're going to be seeing maybe an early expand again with nice sentry play. And yeah, so pretty standard. We've got some concussive shells actually coming down first for our Terran player, and this time he's deciding to take down the early expand. So interesting. He's certainly changed his build order. I mean, I'd like to see a sort of a bunker come down at the front, maybe drop his barracks down just to try and lock it up a little bit. But we do have a Reaper coming out as long with the concussive shells, so I feel he's going to be trying to get the Reaper out, sort of get him around here. We do have a pylon, so pretty much any movement in this main base is going to be noticed by the Protos player, and he obviously does have the stalker out, so the Reaper probably won't last long, but it may cause a little bit of harass. We will see. He's on his way now. It's the Reaper there, and we do have a second barracks, a third barracks going down, so he is going for the 3 racks expand here. No major movement from our Protos player. He has got 3 gates up, so it'd be interesting to see if he goes to the 3-gate expand this time. Oh, we do have a robot facility. So was one of these wasn't a gateway. I do apologise, guys. It's a 2-gate robo again. So nice pylon placement once again from the Protos player here, and this is very interesting. I do like this. He's going to try and cause some damage at the front, and this Reaper should be coming in any second now, and just that bit of distraction could wow. All this Reaper really needs to get us 2 kills if he can. I don't know if he's even going to be able to. Those pros both on 4 HP there, and this Reaper very unlucky not getting a kill. So it was a clever idea from our Terran player, but unfortunately the Protos player was a bit too quick to react onto this. So I think he's just trying to scout, and the Nexus will be going down, so both going for the expansion. But obviously the Protos player is going to be a little bit behind. I don't think he's actually noticed that the SCV is there. He couldn't get any closer to the Protos player, but he still just can't see him. So we do have the observer moving out now, so he's going to pretty much spot everything what's going on down here. We do have the stim coming out from our Terran player. Obviously with the 3 racks, we do have a bunker at the front, very nice. Marauder in there, so to give that extra bit of vision. Also in the orbital command, so he's going to be getting those mules out very quickly. And we do have a Ghost Academy going down. So has our Dreamcatcher, our Protos player, spotted this? He hasn't, so I don't know if he's going to come back and spot this, but he hasn't noticed it. And it does look like we have got a robotics bay on the way down, so obviously our Protos players know there's going to be no big push coming down. We have no factory whatsoever. I don't know if he's even noticed that ghost coming out, so he hasn't. So it'd be interesting to see if he does notice the ghost. He obviously still hasn't even scouted the Ghost Academy, so that's a big well, he does really want to be scouting that, and especially with this push coming out, if he can land one of those EMPs on if the Protoss balls together. I'm not sure what he's doing here. He really needs to try and get this observer in as quick as possible, just to try and even just to see that ghost if he can. And I'm not too sure what he's actually trying. Oh, the Terran player's decided to pull back, and he's loaded up his barracks once again. So interesting play there. We do have a Colossi coming out on the field. No Thermalance at the moment. He's just going to be macroing up his probes here. Let's have a look at our unit count now. We do have 38 probes to 35 SCV, so pretty even by the look of things here. We do have 2 Zealots, 2 Marauders, 1 Colossi, and 1 Stalker and 3 Sentries. So pretty even, to be honest. There's nothing really separating them massively at the moment. I still want to know if Dreamcatcher still hasn't scouted this Ghost Academy, so very dangerous stuff there. You know, he does want to be scouting that, especially that observer out, so tricky times ahead. And if he can land, if Satiini can land one of these EMPs, it'd be a massive EMP on this army. And not much from the Protoss at all, so I'm not really sure what he's going for here, if he's just teching up. Because looking at production, we do have the Thermalance. Thermalance is going down along with another Colossi. I don't believe our Terran player knows about the robotics bay, but obviously I'm sure he knows that there's going to be some tech going up. And yeah, so pretty even at the moment, nothing major. We do have 4 gateways going down now, 5 gateways, so we're going to have a 7 gate on the way. So he will be starting to pump out some units, and it looks like the Protoss is going to take the game to the Terran Ray shortly. So it should be interesting to see how this goes down now. So let's have a look at our production buildings. We do have 2 medivacs coming out from the Terran. We have a reactor on that starport, 2 tech labs, so we're going to be getting quite heavy marauders out. We do have pretty much all the upgrades, the combat shield, the actual stim pack, and the concussive shells. So, and we do have double upgrades going down, which I don't believe we even have a forge on the field from the Terran player, Protoss player, sorry. He does have a scan there, so he's going to notice that robotics bay. And we do have a couple more orders pushing out here, probably just try and get these the actual towers in the middle of the map, and he's in pretty easy. There's nothing there, nothing to stop him there, and that Stalker does notice that, so they're going to be pulling back. And I really do want to know if he still hasn't scouted this Ghost Academy yet. So I don't know if he's actually seen the ghost or not, but he will be moving out for a push here, so he doesn't want to be getting his units too clumped up. You can see here we do have a lot in production from our Terran player, with a couple of Vikings coming on the field, so obviously spotting that robotics bay, realising that. And we do have a third command centre going down here. I'm not sure whereabouts he's got that placed. Just there, so he's going to be looking to get his third, and also a level 2 upgrades, whilst our Protoss player's sitting at, I don't believe he still hasn't even put a forge up yet, so very interesting. He's going to be moving out here. He's going to easily deal with these marauders. I think these marauders are not going to even bother trying to move away. Simples, and we do have a drop. Looks like he's trying to get a drop away, and I think these stalkers know that and are following around. And no mass upgrades. Again, he's gone for quite a heavy Colossi, still pumping them out. We have no Twilight Council, no Forge, so I would have really liked to see that by now from Dreamcatcher, trying to catch these upgrades, especially with the Terran going for 2-2, so he certainly wants to get in now before too many upgrades are done, so he should be able to quite easily deal with this bunker. But obviously we've got to remember that Ghost is there, and the Skim's going to go down, and the EMP has been landed, and he's dragging all his SCVs off as well. And he could possibly, looks to things, he may well hold here if he can get. We do have a couple of reinforcements up. Obviously we do have a proxy pylon going down now, and it looks like the Terran player, if he can land those Vikings would do a bit of damage, and it doesn't look like he's going to need to. So very well held off by the Terran player there. It's going to be interesting to see. Obviously those upgrades are going to be coming as soon. If he can push out with those upgrades, he's going to do very well here now, to be honest. I don't think, it looks like Satiini is going to be taking game number 2 here. We do have a couple of proxy pylons all over the place, and he's going to clear up these pylons. He's going to be taking his 3rd now, so he's going to be in a very comfortable position. We'll see with Dreamcatcher not even looking to take his 3rd yet. He's got a couple of Zeliots, but again, without the charge for them, they're not really, they are a good unit, but if you had that charge, you'd soon be cutting through these Marauders and Marines quite easily. So we haven't got long, it's only a minute, so it's going to be a big engagement now. Whoever wins this engagement, and it looks like Dreamcatcher may well take this, but we do have a couple of reinforcements coming in, and if these Vikings don't get here soon, these Marauders are soon going to be cleared up by these Colossi. Nice Guardian Shield here, is going to give them protect, but that Colossi just walked into those Vikings there, and I don't think there's enough Stalkers really there to deal with this Viking count, and it looks like Satiini will he take this? That Colossi going down there, and the Terran player with that 3rd coming down, he hasn't even started mining it, but he's got almost coming close to 1,000 minerals now, so nice bit of kite in there, and he's going to keep these units away, and it's going to be 1 apiece now, so very interesting. And it looks like Terran players are going to be sticking in for a little bit, trying to kill some units, and he's decided to leave the game now. So if we have a look at what the units what were left, we had 7 Stalkers still on the field, but that Ghost EMP from the first battle really changing this game for our Terran player in his favour. And let's have a look at units lost. A massive, almost double the, or it is double the amount of resources lost on these battles. So very well played by the Terran player, obviously taking us 3rd, so he'd been in quite a happy situation. He obviously had a couple of mules what he could have landed as well, so he'd been in a happy situation if his attack had failed. And obviously, did he have his level? He did have his level 2, so I feel a big mistake from Dreamcatcher from not putting his Forge down or a Twilight Council. That's what I'd have liked to have seen personally. Maybe moving up to some High Templars or something. Sorry guys, but at least to have got his Forge out to start getting some upgrades, because when those Marines start pumping out the level 1 to level 3 upgrades on them, they are pretty beastie. So that was game number 2, so 1 apiece from them. So tune in to the 3rd game to see who goes through in the cup. Peace.